About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Sunday night baseball on the show. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Atlanta Braves. Boog Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Chris Sale. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Here's the second baseman, Matt McLain. That misses the zone, and that's ball one. And another ball. And that's in the dirt.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Now the number 2 hitter, Santiago Espinal. And the first offering is not close. Next offering is fouled back. Way out front for strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Runner at first with no outs here. The next offering misses, and it's 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Almost got him.
Full count.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Now it's the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
McLain, the lead runner at second. Espinal on at first with nobody out. Hit weakly on the ground. Albies. He's in there.
He's in there.
No, that's 2-strike hitting right there. He did well just to put the ball in play. Good bad ball hitting right there. Just kind of threw the barrel at the ball, trying to protect with 2 strikes, and sometimes it works out well for you.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Now the third baseman, Noelvi Marte, delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. sale ready. Late swing fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
That's foul.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Brings it in. Runners tag up from second and third. Runner from third comes across. Not in time. He's safe.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
So up next, Spencer Steer.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now. This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Line drive. Ozuna makes the grab. Runner tags for home. He's in on the sacrifice fly, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well, he hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for that nice play by the outfielder to track it down. Good job of getting the run in.
Tyler Stevenson, the next to hit.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Sneaks through, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
And now it's Gavin Lux. Late swing, foul to the left.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Reds 2 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, starting on the mound in this one, Graham Ashcraft. Singing, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Here's Alex Verdugo. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next offering is fouled back. The pitch. The other way.
Foul.
And foul ball. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
So here's Riley now. That missed by a lot. And that is ball one. Just missed. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Really nice job staying inside with his hands to fight off that pitch. Man, that cutter was bearing in on him, but he found a way to stay with his approach, didn't spin off it, and he hit it pretty well.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. And that one cutting but missing down low. Swing and a foul out of play. And that's in for a strike. Strike three, got him swinging. And that is a big first out.
No, that slider was way out of the zone. And for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Matt Olson up to the plate. There's a strike, 95 of that one.
No ball, one strike.
Verdugo at second. Riley over at first with one away. On the ground, right side to Elliott, second for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 left. End of the first from Truist Park. It's the Reds 2 and the Braves nothing. Back at Truist Park, and here's the catcher, Jose Trevino. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Sale back to work. Now one missed.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
And that one is in the dirt. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because
can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over.
He's safe.
So digging in, Blake Dunn. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
And it's 1-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next offering is down low. to the right side, into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. He walked and came around to score his first time up. That one not close. Ball one. First and second, no outs. Here at the top of the second. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Now here is Santiago Espinal. Golden opportunity right here.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed. Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. Reached on an infield single his first time. Fastball for a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Bases loaded, top of the second. Swing and a pop-up. Infield fly called there. Noelvi Marte, the next to hit for the Reds. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. That one's in there. Strike one.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With two outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. And that's too high.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Pitch is in for a strike. 2-2 now. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So they load the bases, but leave them stranded. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Reds 2 and the Braves nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's going to be Ozzie Albies. And that one is downstairs. Ball one. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Ground ball right side. Throws to first in time, and Albies is retired. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
That one to first. He takes it on his own. And a couple of quick outs.
Right fielder, Eli White.
2 down, bases empty. Now in for the Braves, Eli White. And that one fouled off. Two outs, bases empty. Ball one there. Outside low. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two outs. Pitch
Ball
misses
3.
there, and that's ball
3
3.
balls,
First
1
pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swing and a foul straight back. On the ground to third. On the run, sends it over to first. On the money, nice play. Offense held in check there. We played 2 full. It's the Reds 2 and the Braves nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Spencer Steer.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2.
On the ground, and that squirts through. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Tyler Stevenson getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that drops in for a strike. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Steer aboard here at first with nobody out. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
now batting, left fielder, Gavin Lux.
Now the left fielder, Gavin Lux.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that one fouled off. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. There's a swing and a miss.
0-2. One, two.
Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs, runners at first and second. That
Full
one
count.
misses. Full count now. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's Jose Trevino. He's 0 for 1. Fouled off. He was late. Runners at first and second with one gone. Upstairs.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Off the mark there. And it's 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's inside. 3-1 now. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases loaded with one away. Blake Dunn, the next to hit for the Reds. And he's already singled in this game. First pitch just misses.
Way to lay off that pitch down. Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. That's one way to quiet the crowd. And they add to the lead. It's 6-0.
Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way. And this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Spencer Schwellenbach.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. Got him. Nice play.
Impressive backhand stop, but he had a little trouble getting rid of it and had to take that extra step, which could have cost him. But good job to make sure he got a good handle on it, and he got off a good, strong throw to still get the out.
2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Santiago Espinal. That catches the top part of the zone, and that's strike one. Espinal measures 5 feet 10 inches, batting second in today's lineup, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2016. Scorched to center, no doubt about it. That is long gone. He'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 7-0. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
2 outs, nobody on. Stepping in is the switch-hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Hammered, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Around first, heading for 2. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. And first offering is fouled off. That one way inside. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one the other way, and that's just foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Two.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And it remains 2-2. Ripped to short. On to first. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Nick Allen.
Nick Allen next up for the Braves. And that drops in for a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
So the lineup flips over. Next to hit, Alex Verdugo. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Not
1-2.
close with that one, and the count is 1-2. Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they go quietly there. On to inning number 4. It's the Reds 7 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Noelvi Marte. That's to third. Riley sends it across the first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, first baseman, Spencer Steer.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
0-2.
And that's way high. And the count 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
And it gets by him.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there.
He was definitely late on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. He got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the first base line for the knock.
So up next, Gavin Lux. 0 for 2 in this one. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. That one back there. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
Oh, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the third out. Reds strand a couple, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. Back at Truist Park, here comes Austin Riley.
Lots of players perform better at home, and this batter is no exception. Might be the crowd or the familiar surroundings, but he's typically better in this environment.
Just missed.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That's off the inside corner. 2-1. Ground ball up the middle. McLean tosses to first. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went around. Rule to swing. One out, bases empty. Got him looking. That K is his third of the game.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. He hit into a double play his first time up. On the ground to the left. Marte with a throw to first. And Olson is set down. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Braves go down quickly here. Not going their way. It's 7-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. In now for the Reds, Blake Dunn.
Well, no better night than Sunday night when everyone is watching. You break out, you just let them know that you haven't gone anywhere.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Rafael Montero getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. And the 1-0. That to right. Puts it away for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
McLean batting with one down takes a strike.
0-1.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Makes the catch for the out. That's out number 2. Santiago Espinal digs in now. He's already homered in this game. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that one sliced foul. 2 outs. Curve, hit right back to him. Tosses to first. Out number 3. Reds down in order, and they hold a 7-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Ashcraft back to work. That misses. And that is ball 1.
You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And that's way high. Now 2-0.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
On the ground right side. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael Harris II.
And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris II.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And first offering is fouled off. Fouled off to the right. Foul ball, still 0-2. And ball 1. The Reds up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5. This one in the air. De La Cruz. And there are 2 down.
Now batting.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Graham Ashcraft is done, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this. New pitcher on now, Nick Martinez.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Now a chance for Eli White. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. First pitch misses.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Battling here as he fouls it away. Remember Mark Kotze was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. It falls in, and that's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Done. Going back on this one. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. One left for Atlanta. They continue to trail 7-0. All set for the top of the 6th. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Ellie De La Cruz. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Rafael Montero getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. On the ground to third. Gets it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Noelvi Marte will hit next. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That one in the dirt, 1-1. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering is fouled back. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, that's great execution of the pitch right there, and the battery working together. Catcher does a nice job to present that to the umpire and get that called third strike.
Two down, base is empty. Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. Gets the call. Strike 1. Steer in his 3rd season, 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2019. In for a strike. Good slider.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Reds 7 and the Braves nothing. Well, we go bottom 6. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Nick Allen. Just off the inside edge. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Andrew Abbott up and throwing for Terry Francona. Pagan also getting ready. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Brings it in. And there's one away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup, Alex Verdugo. Next up for the Braves, 1 for 2. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
1-1.
The Braves with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's smashed towards center. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Austin Riley, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. That one misses. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Verdugo, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. That's a strike across the top of the zone. That's in there. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Man at first, 1 away. That pitch just misses the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Hard hit, left field, base hit. Verdugo on his horse and around third. Safe. It's 7-1.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Here's Matt Olson down. They say a win.
No ball, 1 strike.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Foul ball. Two on, 1 out. Pitch kicks away. Both runners move up, 2 in scoring position now. And that takes away the double play.
Got to take advantage of this opportunity now because of the wild pitch. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. Good time for the hitter to lock in, put the ball in play hard somewhere.
Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. Nope, he held back. Swing and a line drive. Base hit into left field. 1 run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only 1 away. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Has grounded out a couple of times. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Still only one out here in the inning.
Ball.
In the dirt. Runners hold tight. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And they'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. First and third, 1 down. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So 2 down now, and here is Michael Harris II. And that one hit to first, and it gets by him. The runner from third comes across as they get one back.
Picks himself up at RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Nick Martinez will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Now on the bump, Andrew Abbott. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Eli White. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Olsen, the lead runner out at second. Harris at first, 2 out of the inning. That's to third. Marte to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. We're through 6 full. It's the Reds 7 and the Braves 3. Back here in Atlanta, top of inning number 7. Now it's the Reds DH, Tyler Stevenson. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Left field, Ozuna running hard. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Gavin Lux.
Next for Cincinnati, Gavin Lux. That one's in there, 0-1. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely, it's a double and his second hit.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
One out, runner at second. Here's the Reds catcher, Jose Trevino. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. 2 away. Oh, the throw is wild. But a great backup there, and no one will move up.
Now batting, center fielder, Blake Dunn.
Blake Dunn, the next to hit for the Reds. He's already homered here in this one. That one missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Man at second. Late with the swing there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings over the splitter for strike 3. Reds lead 1, but they lead it by 4. It's 7-3. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. Now in for the Braves, Drake Baldwin. The Braves in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
And first offering is fouled off. And that one is inside. Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Allen in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1.
No strike.
The Braves down by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. That one ripped, and it stays fair.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Alex Verdugo. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Misses, and it's 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Allen stands at first with 1 out. this is down and away. Good job to fight that one off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here comes Austin O'Reilly. In for a strike, 0-1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Ball.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Two outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground to third. They take the force out. That's the inning. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 8th inning coming up. It's the Reds 7 and the Braves 3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Rafael Montero. He last pitched 2 days ago. Now it's the second baseman, Matt McClain.
Second baseman, Matt McClain.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Ripped on a line to center. Harris makes the catch, and there's one down. In now for the Reds, Santiago Espinal. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Aaron Bummer, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 2. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Montero settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
2 outs, base is empty. Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. That one pushed to the left and foul. Two down, nobody on. Fastball for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swings and misses. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Reds 7 and the Braves 3. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the 8th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. Abbott back to work. There's a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Man at first. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Olson.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Ozuna on at first. Nobody out.
Let's get it going, Braves.
Ground ball left side could be 2. There's 1. And that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Ozzy Albies up to the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The next pitch misses. Now 1-2.
1 ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 1-2. That one is upstairs. This one in the air. Trevino settles underneath it. Makes the catch, inning over. 3 up, 3 down that time. Through 8 full. It's the Reds 7 and the Braves 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Noelvi Marte. Montero measures 6 feet even, 195 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year. That one in there across the letters. The 1-1 is fouled off. That misses,
2-2.
and the count's even at 2. On the ground to first. What a stop. Go to the pitcher. Steps on the bag. Got him. Nicely done there.
Well, he makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. In there for strike 1.
That's a ball.
And he chases a high fastball there.
1-2.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back. And out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. His 4th home run of the season. And they tack one on the board. It's 8-3. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Stevenson stands in now and watches strike one. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Gavin Lux. First pitch, and he just misses. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here at the top of the 9th. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. And misses inside. That's outside. And now 3-1. Foul ball there. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Throw on to Olsen, and the inning is over. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 8-3. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th, Emilio Pagan.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
A little bit low.
Down.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Ground ball left side. Whips it across, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Up next for the Braves, right fielder, Eli.
Now at the plate, Eli White. 1 for 3. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Stays alive. The Reds leading by 5. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Braves down to their final out. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.